wasn't planning on going back to Japan this year, but there was an airline price war, and I've never seen the prices so low. I got a really good round trip deal for $450 round trip from LAX to Narita, which is near Tokyo. And yeah, I jumped on it, and I planned it for March, which is right before cherry blossom season, so it's a little less touristy. It's still a little bit cold, but the weather, I actually preferred it this way because it wasn't so humid. I had no problems with humidity, really. I'd rather deal with the cold than the humidity, to be honest. But I took advantage of this trip, and it's mostly like a personal trip, but I snuck in a few photography assignments for myself, about 4 or 5. And I think there's too much for one video, so I'm planning on splitting this one up. But the first place that I kind of planned to go was the Nagano Monkey Onsen, which is the hot springs. Unfortunately, it didn't snow when I was there at the Monkey Onsen, but as I was walking back to the train station, it started snowing just a bit. It's just very unpredictable. A few days later, I found myself in Hiroshima, and here's the atomic bomb dome, the Genbaku Dome. Right above there is where the bomb exploded, and they light this up at night, so I went out at magic hour to get some shots, and I think they turned out pretty decently. And this is actually a nice peaceful area of the city, right by the river here, and you could plant yourself right across from the river. Not so many people around, and it is an eerie feeling seeing that building lit up there, but yeah, it's a nice place, and you wouldn't know otherwise. It's a very vibrant city now, doing pretty well from what I can tell. The next day I found myself at nearby Itsukushima Shrine, which is more popularly known as Miyajima Shrine. And this is the floating torii that you may have seen before. And you could take the JR ferry out there, use your JR pass, and take a trip out there. It's super popular though. Lots of tourists wanting to get this view from this side. But I went around to the other side, to sort of the left side, and there's less people there, and it's more peaceful. You could just walk right along the beach. So I planted my tripod right up there, and I got some shots, and it's cool to see the kayakers come out. I didn't know you could do that, but you can apparently. But yeah, this place would be more interesting with the different weather, like interesting clouds or fog that might cover up the city behind it. But other than that, this day that I went out wasn't super special, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad I visited. I made it to Kyoto, and there's no one walking along the river because it's all rainy and slippery today. But, there's just one bike that's coming, but usually this place is super crowded. Here's the downtown. People walking around and shopping. And I'm under a bridge here. Here comes a bicycle. So I'm just gonna walk along the path. I'm not really taking pictures today. Tomorrow I'm taking pictures way early in the morning. I have a place near Arashiyama. So my intention is to get up as early as I can and go there before the crowds. And then the next day do something similar with Fushimi and Ari. So today is kind of do nothing there. So let's check it out. Alright, well, I hope you can hear me. I put the microphone on because there's a lot of sort of ambient sound that's sort of distracting, and it's raining, so there's some drops on the lens already. I apologize, but yeah, it rained today. It was a pretty big rain day in Kyoto, but the rain made weather, so now it's on its way out, and the clouds look amazing. That's Kyoto down over there, and I'm set up here right at Arashiyama, which is a famous bridge, Togetsukyo bridge, and this is a spot where all these photographers hang out. There's no one here right now, and it's starting to rain again. There was a, I think, videographer down the river a bit, and I'm set up way back, so I think I'm gonna move in a bit, but you can kind of just see my setup is it's a little precarious here. A little scary. It's right on the edge, so I gotta be very careful, and there's no wind luckily, so if it falls it's gonna be my own fault, me kicking it or something. So but yeah, the clouds are great, and I think it's not quite magic hour yet, golden hour, so I gotta wait a little bit, and in the meantime I think I'm gonna move up a bit because I'm way too far back now. But I'm all set up, so I just have to sort of carefully move all my stuff. But yeah, I think it's gonna be, I mean, the clouds, the sky is gonna be good, but I don't think they have the illumination where they light up the bridge, unfortunately. They have that in wintertime, maybe. They might have it. I don't know, I might get lucky. We'll see what happens, but I'm gonna make do with what happens. But yeah, it's just really great. Stormy clouds that are moving really fast. I already got some photos from the other side of the bridge, so I had a the other side isn't that popular to get it because you don't get the you know, the nice mountain in the background, but basically because the clouds were really dramatic in this direction, they're more interesting over here, and now they're different actually, so I might get another one. Because those were more interesting, I wanted to get the bridge in front of it, so I went to the other side and made do, used the telephoto to kind of zoom in on a part of the bridge. I'm not sure how that turned out. It was all right. It was all right. I could see why it wasn't the best, but the clouds are just great today, so really happy. I got a hotel nearby here. I've never stayed this close to Arashiyama before, but it's going to be convenient because I'm going to leave the hotel quite early in the morning before all the tourists get there, hopefully, and go to the bamboo forest. But for now, let's see what we can do with the rest of the sunlight today. So yeah, let's see what happens. Well, that's it. You made it to the end of part 1. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll be bamboozled by the bamboo forest and tunnel through the towering torii. Okay, that's super cheesy. Anyway, I appreciate you watching, and stay tuned for further adventures. So, yeah, thanks again. See you next time. Bye.